It's the Buccaneers and the Bills here on Thursday Night Football. Buccaneers have been trailing the entire game. It was 10-10. Bills end up making it. Bills make it 17-10 before halftime. Josh Allen threw a weird interception. Wasn't really his fault, but that's how the Buccaneers got that first touchdown. They got really good field position. Baker Mayfield throws a touchdown pass. After that, they didn't score until the fourth quarter. The entire third quarter, Bills score again, 24-10, and that was the score for pretty much the entire third quarter and most of the fourth quarter. About a minute ago, Baker Mayfield just threw a touchdown pass to Mike Evans and converted a 2-point conversion. The Bucs, they had fourth down twice on that drive. Both times the Bills committed penalties, and that's how the Buccaneers managed to convert. They didn't actually convert on either fourth down, but they got it on penalties. Now they have to get a stop. So Tampa Bay, they just used their first timeout. It's 2nd and 6, down by 6. Josh Allen under center. He takes the snap. He's going to fake the handoff. Allen's going to try to throw. There's nothing. He's going to run. Not enough for the first down. And it's now 3rd down. Tampa will use that second timeout. And this is really what the game comes down to. Because if Buffalo converts here, then you're looking at, Tampa would have one timeout. I guess they have to get another first down. Because Tampa would still have one timeout. And they would have the 2-minute warning. So they could still stop the clock twice and potentially get the ball back with about a minute and 10 seconds left. But preferably, they would get the stop here, use that final timeout, then you get the ball back with the 2-minute warning still to go, and you need a touchdown to win, right? Because they went for it on a risky 2-point conversion play, and they converted it. So this all is making out to be a very interesting game. Baker Mayfield, he's on his last ropes as the starter for the Bucs, I think. I think he has about 2 more weeks before they bench him for Kyle Trask. Here's Allen in the shotgun position on 3rd and 5, and now he's going to audible the play. 6, 5, 4, 3, got to snap the ball. He takes the snap, he throws, it's caught, and Diggs has the first down and more at across the 40. Great play design there, great audible by Josh Allen. He saw what the defense was giving him, and he took it. And now Tampa is going to call that next timeout, their final timeout. So Tampa Bay now, they can stop the clock after first down with the 2-minute warning. They can't stop the clock on 2nd down or on 3rd down. So the chances that Tampa Bay wins this game, that pass really knocked those chances down. Because even if you get the stop on 3rd down, it would be about 45 seconds and then another 45. So the Bills will be able to run the clock down to about 30 seconds. Tampa will have 30 seconds with no timeouts to score a touchdown. That's not likely. He hands it off there, and is that Latavius Murray? I hope it is, because I picked him up in fantasy tonight. He hasn't done much today. And now it is 2nd down and about 5. The clock will stop. It's the 2-minute warning, and we get into it. So, looking at the 2-minute warning, talking about this game, Buffalo, they needed to win. They're now 5-3. It was a trap game last week against New England. They lost that game, but they are still going to be okay. They're still in the playoff picture, still just a half a game behind Miami. And if the Patriots can beat the Dolphins this week, which I think they can, but we'll see, then Buffalo would be back in first place. So things can change pretty quickly for teams like the Bills. Meanwhile, Tampa Bay, this will be their 3rd loss in a row. They lost to Detroit, they lost to Atlanta, and now a loss to Buffalo. So they would be 3-4. They would be a game back from the Falcons, plus a tiebreaker back from the division. Still 2nd place, though. And they, I believe, would still actually be in the 7th seed in the NFC. They'd still be in a wild card position in the NFC, which is pretty impressive. Josh Allen under center, hands the ball off to Latavius. I'm not sure if that's Latavius Murray, if it's James Cook. I legitimately do not know. I don't know the numbers for the Bills running backs. Khalil Shakir had a nice day today. Gabe Davis with a touchdown. Dalton Kincaid making his first career start. Dawson Knox out today. So Dalton Kincaid gets the start, and he makes the most out of it. 66 yards, 5 receptions, and a first ever career touchdown. And here go the Bills. 3rd and 2. If they convert, the game is over. Buccaneers, they know what is at stake. Josh, he takes the snap, hands the ball off one more time, and it looks like they actually got the stop. Tampa thinks they did. I think he might have been short, and he is. He's short. Now, if this is the Eagles, they're just gonna leave the offense out there and get that last play and end the game. But since it is not the Eagles, you never know. I'm interested to see what McDermott decides to do here. And it looks like he is keeping the offense on the field. Probably the smart move. It's 4th and 1. Really, it's just 4th and inches. Mike Evans is ready to go if needed. 39, 38, 37. They might just try to get him to jump. 5, 4, 3. Into motion he goes. 2, 1. Hard count. And yes, they are going to take the penalty. And with 31 seconds left, they're going to call a timeout. With 31 seconds left, Buffalo is going to decide what they have to do here. So Tampa, again, 3 and 4. Baker Mayfield has lost 3 in a row and hasn't played great in any of the 3 losses. Baker's been in the first 4 weeks of the season, Baker was one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. The past 3 games, he's been one of the worst, maybe the worst. Well, it's hard to be worse than Josh Dobbs and Ryan Tannehill, but he's been close. So the question is for the Buccaneers. How much do you believe in Baker? Do you think that he is the guy to lead you to the division title? Or are you going to give it up? I mean, you might as well see what you have in Kyle Trask, right? If Trask stinks, you can get a nice draft pick, maybe pick up Drake May, maybe pick up Michael Penix, maybe pick up J.J. McCarthy in the first round of the draft, and set yourself up for the future. Or you just see maybe Trask is good. We don't know. Trask was very good, obviously, in college. He was one of the best players in the NCAA when he was with Florida. He did learn. He sat behind Tom Brady for 2 seasons. Maybe that helped him. Maybe that helped him develop. I don't know. You know what I mean? So it's very possible that they could have something in Kyle Trask, but they don't know that yet. They can't know, right? Buffalo with a great punt there. Downing it at like the 2-yard line, it looks like. 1st and 10. Here we go. Maybe not. No, it's a touchback. So Baker has 21 seconds to go the distance of the field at the 20-yard line. He's in shotgun, trips receivers out to his left. Baker takes the low snap, looking back, dropping to pass. He throws, fires, caught, and right out of bounds. That's Cade Otton. The play takes about 5 seconds. That's decent, but you're going to have to do a little bit more than that. You're going to have to get a little bit more than that, Baker, if you want to win this game. 2nd and 3. They have time for pretty much 3 plays. So the goal at this point for the Bucs is put yourself in a position where you can just throw a Hail Mary and hope to win the game. Because if you get a Hail Mary, obviously you tie the game, kick the extra point, and you win. Here's Baker. Can he be? This would be the biggest moment of his career. He drops back. He's gonna take a sack, and that's gonna end the game. Maybe not. The whistles. The play clock has been blown dead. Baker doesn't know what's going on. I want to hear what he has to say.
Snap. 3rd and final timeout for Buffalo.
Right. Buffalo called a timeout. Okay. So that was a really odd decision there. So Buffalo calls the timeout. They would have got a sack and won the game potentially there. I'm not sure. Baker looked like he didn't know what he was doing. So yeah, I mean, you think about Baker had a drive, a miraculous drive comeback last season when in his first game with the Rams. He pulled off one of the most remarkable comebacks of the season against the Raiders. That was against, however, the Raiders, who were terrible last year and blew every single lead they had. The Bills are not terrible. They're a pretty good team, and they have a pretty good defense. So I'm not sure if Baker can do what he did against the Raiders. Here he goes. He in shotgun again. 2nd and 3. He takes, again, a low snap, and he's going to get knocked around. He's going to get rid of the ball, and it is caught, and out of bounds he goes. Baker somehow keeping that play alive. Wow. Wow. I mean, that was... They might not win. They're not going to win this game, but you got to give Baker credit for that play. That was a game... I mean, Von Miller was on him. Look at this. That's a great throw. Wow. That is a good throw. Credit there to Baker Mayfield. That was a fantastic throw. Literally, his leg was wrapped up by Von Miller. And they have 8 seconds, so maybe enough time for 2 plays if they're lucky. They're at the 30, so they have to go 70 yards. Baker's going to fire downfield. Caught again, and out of bounds he goes. Mike Evans made that catch, and now there's 4 seconds. Here you go. You got to get to the end zone on this play. What do the Buccaneers have drawn up? They're at about the 40-yard line. They have to go about 60 yards. And Baker is telling his team, telling his guys exactly what he wants them to do. The play clock is winding down. They cannot stop the clock. 11, 10, 9, 8. Baker's in shotgun, trips receivers out to the left, and then offsides. Wow! Buffalo! Come on, Buffalo. What are you doing? An offsides on the defense on Von Miller. He was trying to get there early. He thought he can get the sack to win the game. Instead, it's an offsides penalty. Look at that. He would have got him too. He might have got him. 67 had no chance there. Rashad White trying to get the block. Wow. So that's going to give Tampa a few more yards. They get 5 more yards. And now it becomes a slightly more manageable Hail Mary. As Baker Mayfield again in the shotgun. Another low snap. Another low snap. No pressure. Now there is pressure. He escapes. He throws down the field. And it's going to fall incomplete. Tampa's going to ask for a flag because of course they are. They're not going to get the flag. That's the ball game. He just tossed that ball up hoping somebody could catch it, but of course they couldn't. Look at this. Was it close? Not really. Oh! Maybe it was close. Godwin was there. They were getting pretty handsy on him. I'll say that, but I agree with the no call. You never want to call PI in that scenario, obviously. And yeah, they're going to... Yeah, Godwin getting tripped up. He's annoyed. Obviously, he's going to be annoyed. But that's what happens. Put yourself in a scenario like that. You can't get the benefit of PIs. And so the Buffalo Bills walk away with the win on Thursday Night Football. That's going to wrap it up. This is the Coast to Coast Sports. Thank you guys for watching this reaction. And we'll see you guys in the next one.